Hey guys, what's going on? It is the Monday night family show. Welcome, Monday night family show. You know what that means? It's Monday, it's the family show, and Ricky's not here, so we won't be yelling at Ricky. So who am I going to yell at this evening? No. We're not here to yell at anyone. But this show, I am going to need you guys quite a bit this evening because this show works best when you all participate. And what does participation means? It means, hey, ask your questions. Put in your comments. Hey, if you don't like me, you don't like the show, post that in too. It does not really matter to me. Remember, guys, I'm not everyone's favorite drink. I'm going to make myself my beverage for this evening. We're going to go with the vodka and Diet Pepsi. Yes, Diet Pepsi will kill you. That's what they're saying. Uh, I figure it's going to take me to the next generation. So, on that note, we're going classic here with the lovely. Well, that's going to be a strong one. Strong girl tonight. There she is. Chimay. Beer glass. Nice glass to drink out of. Anyways, as I said, let's make sure that we are on YouTube and Facebook. Let's hope that we are on. Let's hope that everything is working. And we will go from there. My man is on, Mr. Nelson. How are you? Speaking of Mr. Nelson, I've got a photo that I'm going to post up. Met in Buffalo, New York. He picked up his pigeons. It was a quick drop off. I'll tell you what a crazy day. Crossed, shipped, dropped off the birds, and headed right back. Mr. Tracy's with us. We'll give a shout out to David here in a moment. But let me just post up some of the comments. Let's hope the comments post. There we go. Happy evening. Daniel Herman, have a great show. Looking good. Thank you. Jeff Henderson from Australia, he just sent me a photo of the beach. I hate him. I don't even like him. Like, I'm a beach kind of guy. I like the beach. I can sit on the beach for hours and I can enjoy it as long as the water's warm. It's blue water, white sand. The the tide thing's not too dangerous or not really dangerous at all. Like for like a 4-year-old to go in. And the cocktails are free and there's lots of ice. Mr. Tracy, he is the man on fire in Ohio area. They just can't figure out what's going on with this guy. He's kicking ass and taking names. Congratulations. Round of applause to David Tracy. You're doing real good. Keep going. Remember what I told you. And next year, you implement 5 times to 100 miles. Just implement it. Trust me. Give yourself the time. Give yourself the space. All in a big group. Then divide it into half. And then into fives. And then into threes. And if you're really crazy, you go into ones or twos. But I'll leave that up to you. But you've got it going on now. Keep your foot on the gas. Seven Hills Loft says cheers, cheers, cheers. Because he said cheers and he's the first one to say cheers, I will have my first sip. Oh, that's a goddamn good drink. Oh, yes, it is. Good evening, Ryan. What's up? No Ricky tonight. No, Ricky is out of town. He won't be back maybe for another 2 or 3 weeks. So it's just going to be me and yous. Yous and me's. We're going to do this together. And let's see if you guys like it with just me or with me and Ricky. Ricky can't do them on his own. It would be super fun to see Ricky do one by himself. Maybe one day he will. Well, hey, if something were to happen to me, the show must go on. Anyways, David Tracy gives us the thumbs up. Let me know when you get your results. Last week, David Tracy took the first 16 in his combine, I believe. Photo from last week's shipping. There you go. There is Nelson. There you are. There's the photo. You can see we're in lovely Buffalo, New York. It's probably, yeah, it's a nice, you know what? It's a nice place. The water goes over the falls, so great. It was great seeing you. I was pretty worn out, but you know what? We had a good time. We talked some pigeons. We looked at some pigeons. They got some nice pigeons, and away we go. It's a one-man show. Yes, it is a one-man show. What did I want to talk about tonight? I wanted to. Well, I'll let you guys take the floor on what you guys want to talk about. As I said, this show works best if you guys have questions. Remember, sometimes we have things in our head, but you don't know what to talk about or what you're thinking. I wanted to give a shout out to the Upper Canada One Loft race, uh, continuing to train. They had their activation race. They had a flawless activation race. And give them a round of applause on that one. Um, so there should be quite a bit of prize money. Now, I'm just really, really hoping that it just continues the way it is. I don't care if they lose pigeons. That does not bother me. I just hope to keep their foot on the gas. And, I really do hope they will play them on headwind days when we get them or winds out of the east. I hope they do that because they got the stranglehold on Oscar DeVries from the Jabba Jabba Bing Bang Wabba Wabba Wabba. I don't know what's going on race, but he's finally started to train. He's got them at 40 kilometers. He took in 700 birds. He's got 540. He had birds from not being able to loft fly to 560 or 40 or whatever, already at 40 kilometers, which for you Americans is around 20 to 24 miles, give or take. So that train's on the tracks now. I can't wait to see how it is. I am going to be going and visiting the Upper Canada one. They probably aren't going to like that, but you know what? I really don't care. I am going to go and watch. I like to watch and see. I might even do a live show from there. Now I might get in trouble for this, but hey, you got to push the envelope, don't you? That's how you win. You push, push, push. Genetic Potential says, good evening. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Michael Peevler says, good evening. Michael, you're a little slow tonight. And Milton from Hawaii says, hey, how's it going? Hey, hey, hey. I think your birds are being sent out to you. I was a little disappointed in the Postal Service I only had one complaint, and it was a group that I had going to Hawaii. Uh, I can't figure out really what happened with the post. I didn't think they took long. But they took, I think, extreme heat on or something wherever they had them in transport. It was a triple decker widowhood basket. All the birds had food, water. It was a basket. It was full basket, and I just wasn't impressed on how the birds were delivered to California before they're going to Hawaii. But you know what? Sometimes that happens in shipping. When you put birds into the post, once they leave your hands, uh, it's completely becomes out of our control. Uh, when I ship multiple birds together, they get food and water. Before the birds are sent in the baskets, they have food and water. So you kind of get a little discouraged on that one, especially when the vets go through them. Every bird gets examined, every bird gets inspected. They check to make sure you have food and water with you. They check all this stuff, and you still have not a perfect shipping, but I don't think it can ever be perfect. Birds get lost. You know, Birds don't make it through transport, and it is what it is. If your bird doesn't make it through the transport and we got to get it replaced, hey, we call the breeder and we try and get it replaced. 99% of our breeders are good for that, so it's okay. And like I said, I wish I could deliver the birds personally and not put them through the post, or I wish I could put them by airlines. They just don't do it. But it's still quite amazing that the United States Postal Service ships birds in the post. I have to say that is pretty wild. So, congratulations still on that. Mm, very good drink. Drink is on point tonight. Everybody's so quiet. Oh boy, rest in peace, Mr. Kirk. Yeah, good job, bud. Unfortunately, you got taken out. We weren't against what you were saying. I think you were damn spot on. I'm not sure if I might be turning into a can of Pepsi for all I know. I don't know. Got to watch what we say though. I don't want to get monetized or shot. But world's crazy, isn't it? People are all over the place. Anyways, it is what it is. When dealing with imports and shipping, it's always a gamble. Yeah, it's 100%. If when you have livestock, you have dead stock. You know, you can. There's nothing you can do, and I don't care. I know one time I had to send birds to Mexico. They had to go to California. It was in the winter. They went from California, from Buffalo to California, from California to Mexico, and they were all in a widowhood basket. 6 birds in a row. They all had food and water, and the birds left on, I think it was a Tuesday, and they arrived in California Friday morning. And when the guy opened the box, all the birds were dead. And I think the post put the birds on a heater and cooked them. The food was gone, the water was gone, everything was gone, the birds are dead. So when something like that happens, you just don't know. And again, the birds have to cross the border. The vet has to inspect them. The birds get a green light to go. But it's when you give them to people what they do with them, what they think, you know. Oh, birds need heat. Oh, birds need no air. People think weird stuff. And hey, it is what it is. Well, we're at the drive to pick up the birds. Yes, it was fun to pick up the birds. It's always easy. Hey, and if you can come to pick up the birds, I know for Nelson it was I think a 4-hour drive, but he had I think 15 birds or so, and it was worth it. Yes, the post would be between $400 and $600. You don't have to go anywhere, but when you can go and pick them up, you 100% save the pigeons. You save any screw up. So I think that's good on you. I think it was worth the drive. Hey, and you know what? We had was that like an early dinner or a late lunch? Either or, it didn't matter. But it was a pleasure to meet you. And yeah. So what else did I want to say tonight? Huh. Come on, guys. I asked you for your input or some help here, and you guys are leaving me to drag tonight. The crowd's quiet. The crowd's shy. I wanted to say about David Tracy. I've been talking with David for the last 2 weeks or so. He's been telling me how he's been training, telling me his system, and he asked me last week what I would do or what my some of my advice was, and I gave it to him. And he said to me, he called me on Friday night because they're basketing for Saturday, and he said, Ryan, the winds are going to be strong, headwinds or whatever. It's a big jump. We're going from 110 miles or something to 200 miles. Okay, and that's about a 2-hour jump. 2 hours on the wing. Okay, in a headwind. So it's going to be maybe a 3-hour jump into a headwind. And he asked me, well, what would you do? And I said, hey, I'm going to play them. Now, that's my thought. That's what I'm going to do. Now, I say this to you all. You can do that, right? I can do that with birds that I play with because I know what I'm playing with. I know what I've taken them to. And, if you get those birds trained out and you've got 40, 50 tosses into them and you've got them to between 30 and 45 miles, okay, you're in a good spot. Okay. You're in a good spot. You've got to look at your course. Now, if your course goes 100 miles, 140 miles, 190 miles, it goes up gradually, then okay, you can train them out to, let's say, 80 miles a few times or 90 miles a few times. But if you're going to go from 100 miles to 200 miles, a jump, I like to make sure that you get those birds to 100 miles a few times in your own group. Okay, your own group. And that means as a whole group, in a half group, in a quarter group, in groups of fives, in groups of threes. You take them a few times. And yes, maybe the first time out, you want to take them in a tailwind. Okay, great. Next time out, hey, a couple days from now, it's going to be a good, strong headwind. Okay, I'm going to take them out. Next time out, they're going to have a crosswind. I take them out. And I'm not worried about going 2 days in a row to 100 miles. I don't say you have to, but in the building up to that first race, you want to get them out there, get that time on the wing. I say it. You don't start to know your pigeons until they're 2 hours on the wing. 100 miles is a 2 hour to 2.5 hour training flight when they're on the money. Okay. When the wind is lightly blowing behind their butt, it's a 2 hour. When the wind is in their face, it can be, and it's a slight headwind, it can be a 2.5 hour. Under 3 hours. Okay, it's good. You want to look for that. You want to know that they're focused and they're coming. And then you go big group, half group, groups of five. You're making them think, think, think. And then you can go back to your 25 miles, your 30 miles. I think that 25-mile spot, it's a very good spot. A lot of guys will say they like to loft fly their birds. You'll see them say it in Belgium for 35, 40 minutes. And they want to see the birds racing across the sky. Okay? Well, racing across the sky, that means they're not loft flying, they're ranging. If you can't, if you're not doing that, if you're letting them out and they're just kind of clapping around and having a little bit of fun, that's not real exercise. But when you take those birds for a 25, between a 20 and a 30-mile toss, you're getting roughly 25 to 35 minutes of straight line, uh, pedal to the metal, go, go, go. They're using their brain. They're using their starting. They're using their stopping. They're trapping, and they're flying at a race clip, which is great. You're getting 4 or 5 bonuses. You're getting them used to being in the basket. You're getting them used to coming out. You're getting them used to thinking quick, and all these things add up. So when you get to the race day, this is how you leave the others behind. You have to remember in all these races, you got to win at the start to win at the end. Let's talk. Let's talk about racing in the US when it's over 95 degrees, 35 Celsius. Do you think it should adopt heat rules? That's a good one. I like racing in the heat. I don't. I think if you put the work in, you get birds that do it. I think guys that put the training in and put the work and the work ethic, I think birds come. I mean, it's not the easiest, but I don't think I don't see it being. No, I would say race. I'm not going to complain about heat. If I train them in the heat, I work them in the heat. I work in the heat. That's fine. Maybe that's me. I'm not afraid of strong headwinds. I'm not afraid of rain in the course. Not afraid at all. Give me rain in the course. I'm fine with it. I look at all these clubs and combines. I see what they're holding off for 1 millimeter, 2 millimeters of rain, three. It's not even raining. Not even raining. But everyone's different. You know, if you don't put the work into the birds, they're going to struggle in the heat. If you don't put the work into the birds, they're going to struggle when it's crosswinds from the east. I'll look at combines this weekend. Some combines have really tough races from a certain point. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know what happens, but I know one thing. If you educate them to succeed, they'll come. They might have a bad race. They might come the next day, but they'll come. See, people think because the pigeons race 2 or 3 races, oh, they're good. They know what they're doing. Let's do the math. Let's see. Did you educate them? Or did they come home lucky? Right? I trained them 7 times. They're loft flying good. I trained them 7 times. First race, they're boom, they all came great. Second race, boom, they all came great. Third race, boom, they all came great. Fourth race, something happened up there. Something happened at the liberation. Panic sets in. Panic. Oh, it's not the same like the last 3 weeks. Oh, something happened. A hawk went through them. The wind's different. They didn't get any water. I don't know. Something happened. And the birds get screwed up. Now everyone's panicking. But hey, you're 230 miles from your loft. Now you got a single toss from 230 miles. I don't blame the pigeon. I blame the man. I blame the man. I don't care about pedigrees. I don't care. No, no, no. I don't care how busy you are. I don't care. You're taking the birds and putting them on a truck. You're putting them to go to battle, and you're not putting in the work for them to succeed. So, when you lose them, we blame the pigeon. We blame the truck driver. We blame the solar flares. We blame the heat. We blame the rain. We blame the guy that was drinking at the Pigeon Club. We blame everything except when we go to the bathroom and we wash our face. We don't blame that guy that looks back at us. That's the one to blame. That's the only one to blame. Did you properly prepare them for a screw up? For a screw up. Remember, every race is easy in a season. They're all easy. I guarantee you, every race season, there's one race that gets screwy. It can be the first one, the third one, the fifth one, the last one. There's always guaranteed one that will be a screw up. And when one's a screw up, you lose what you call are your good pigeons. We don't even know if they're good because we didn't allow them. We didn't educate them. Pedigree say they're good. The brand new Loft is great. My brand new pickup truck is great. My baskets I bought are brand new. They're great. I didn't put any work into them. We didn't put no work. Well, we were busy. What were we busy doing? We were busy doing other things. We have a life. And I get that for people. I get people have lives. I get people have jobs. Some people have 2 jobs. Some people have 4 kids. Some people have a wife and kids, an ex-wife and kids. They got a house. They got a cottage. They're part of a baseball team. And they still want to have pigeons. Well, then just don't start complaining. Don't whine when the birds don't come right. You blame always the pigeons. 100% agree with Ryan. Pigeon flyers should look in the mirror. 100%. Do you know? You don't have to have 250 pigeons to win. You can win with 10, 15, 20, 30, 50, which you can handle. But you're better off to be able to handle them properly, put the work into them properly. And people will say to me, well, Ryan, I can't train 2 times a day. Ryan, I can't train 3 times a day. Ryan, I can't train 5 times a day. Okay. When's your first race? My first race is August 1st. Would you be able to train once a day? Would you be able to train 5 times in a week out of 7? Yeah. And if I said to you from 15 miles to 30 miles, could you? You could? Okay. So back up the calendar. Say, I'm going to start training 8 weeks before the first race. 8 weeks, I'm going to do it. 8 weeks. Now, 7 days. Alexa, what is 7 times 8?
7 times 8 is 56.
56 tosses. Now, heaven forbid you every once in a while give them an extra toss. There you go. Now, if you don't want 56, train them 3 months before the first race. Once a day. Once a day. That's it. Once a day. Can you still do single tossing? Well, how am I supposed to do single tossing if I have 50 pigeons? Okay, when you get them out to the 20th toss, you're going to start breaking them down into groups of 5. Okay. You're going to then break them down into groups of 3. Okay. When you want to do single tossing, one day you do the blues, one day you do the checkers, one day you do the colors. That's it. So let's say you have 50 pigeons. You're going to be able to break it down. Or you put marker bands on them. So every day you're training 10 birds single tossed. And it's on rotation. You can do it. And if you're one of these guys that wants to have 150 pigeons, well, then you're going to have to work a little harder. Oh, train them in the conditions you're asking the birds to fly in. From weather to the trailer. This is 100%. I like to train the birds always in the middle of the day. Young birds, I'm not interested at training pigeons at 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm not interested. I have no interest. I like to loft fly them in the morning. I like to have my coffee and I loft fly them. I like to basket them. I like to start training them middle of the day, afternoon, evening. That's when I like to train them. It makes no difference. If you're loft flying them and they're used to the sun here, used to the sun here, used to the sun here, there's no difference. You don't have to have them training in the morning because they race in the morning. This is ridiculous. You're going to say to me, well, the temperatures are higher and hotter. Yes, the wind is normally stronger and the temperatures are normally hotter. That's a good thing because when it's headwinds, it's normally stronger headwinds. When it's a tailwind, it's normally a very strong tailwind or crosswinds. Middle to end of day, the winds are normally strongest. That means you're teaching them in super strong tailwinds. You're teaching them in super strong headwinds. You're teaching them in the hottest heat. And you know what? Every single day I train. Every single day. I have my spots 10 miles, 20 miles, 30. I have a few spots, key spots that I go to. If it's raining and drizzling, they go to a shorter distance. We're going to work in the rain. We're going to work in the heavy overcast. We're going to work into the night. But we will work. We will educate you. So when race number 5 becomes a shit show and it all goes to shit, I don't worry. I say, we've had this before. This is nothing. You've already handled all this shit once. You've handled this shit 5 times. You've handled this shit 47 times. You've handled this shit 150 times. I only want the ones that come home. I can't remember. I haven't talked to Paul in a while. He's having a good season. I think he's done flying for the season. I think he parked him for old birds. I know one thing. If you have good pigeons and you're willing to outwork your competitors, you will be very hard to beat. But if you're going to fly on pedigrees and good expensive feed, Van Roby, Super Mix, Versalagas, Jerry Plus, Magic Hemp Seed, peanuts, clean drinkers. And I mean, the drinkers are so damn clean, they're clean. Lofts are clean, spotless, all that shit. But you don't put the work in. You're going to be one good looking loser. And I really mean that. I see people that take the time to clean the drinkers. I see people that take their time to clean the lofts. I see people who take the time to read the pedigrees to the super in depth. When it comes to the work of actually getting out there and working the birds, nothing. They don't do it. They got an excuse. Oh, it's sunny. Oh, it's warm. Oh. That's all they do. Hey, my friend, how are you? You have to work the birds to be healthy. Here's another thing. People talk to me time and time again. Okay? Oh, I gotta treat him for this. I gotta treat him for that. I gotta treat him for this. Okay. Fuck. Forget it. You know what? I'm gonna start training. Whoever can't take the training is gonna fall off. If sometimes I'm training in Pigeon, okay? Start training 3-4 weeks straight, sometimes twice a day. 50 miles in the morning, 50 miles at night. Sometimes 3 times a day, 25 miles, 25 miles, 25 miles. Strong headwinds all day. Boom, boom, boom. Work. Both the 2 or 3 week mark, 4 week mark of this shit, you see some of them, they get a little bit skinny. Some of them get a little ruffled. Some of them look a little tired. Oh, maybe I got to treat him for a canker treatment. Oh, maybe I got to treat him for respiratory. Maybe I got to do this. You know what I treat him for then? Garbage. You don't have it. Drugs ain't going to make you come no better. When they're loft flying right, when they're looking, the feathers are tight. They're dipping and diving. They're dipping and diving when you let them out of the basket. I know they don't have respiratory. I know they don't have an internal problem. I can see it. So what am I doing pumping drugs in? Let me tell you something about 3 times a day training. Okay? If you have the Benzin clock, it works great because you can put it on your phone. You can see the times. Normally, when I train 3 times a day, let's use 25 miles. Okay? Once the pigeons, once I know the pigeons that I have, I know how they're playing. I've had them out to 100 miles. Once I get them to 100 miles, I start to focus on the speed. Okay? You know, first couple tosses, you can take them to your 10-mile mark. It take 45 minutes to come home. And then you see them get sharper and sharper and sharper. And they get sharper as you get out to the distance. They get better and better and better. So once I'm over 40 tosses or so, 50 tosses, I start to know the group. And I put the clock on them and I watch. When I do them in groups of threes, 5 minutes apart, I see how they're coming. The first toss is normally the quickest. The second toss, a little bit slower. The third toss will be a little bit slower. It's okay. You're 3 timesing them. And again, it depends on the winds. If it changes, uh, if I take the birds to 25 miles, I let them out and they take an hour and a half. You're damn right. And they're supposed to be 35, 40 minutes. I look at that and say, oh, God, you guys have learned. You're doing great. You took an hour and 45 minutes. I'm thinking to myself, man, oh, man, today's a good day. You're all going to say, well, that shit, they didn't race home. No, no, no. They learned. They messed up. They learned. They won't do that again. Come home, have a little sip, have a sweet jack. I go like this. Okay, time to go back to work. Back in the basket. Again. Let's see them do it again. Let's see them do it again. Remember, when birds screw up in training, they're learning. It's a good thing. It's your best tosses. Training is shit. Training is shit. When you've trained them 25 times and they come straight home like rockets from the first toss to the 25th, no good. It makes you feel good. You're going to go to the club and brag to all your friends. I trained my birds 37 times and they've never screwed up once. Don't worry. When they screw up, they're going to screw up hard. I like them to get screwed up at the beginning. I like them to get screwed up a little bit through the middle. Their little mistakes is what gives them the education. Perfect training is not what you want. Now, when you're in season, You should have worked all those kinks out because you don't want training, for instance. You don't want to be training twice a day during the season. If it's me, I train twice a day during the season. If it's real easy tailwinds, 3 times in the day. Yeah, okay. I don't want to have a bad toss there, but by this point, I know the pigeons. I'm not going to have a bad one. Oh. Here's another thing. Guys that pack their birds up on shipping night. Birds are quarter cropped, half cropped, full crop of feed. Do you think all that shit you put in them, they're going to use any of that shit when they're coming home? Do you think they're going to digest it? The pigeon's gizzard holds feed for 3 days. Anything under 225, 230 miles, I don't need to feed them after Thursday. If I'm racing Saturday, I'm feeding Thursday. It's done. It's finished. The feed on Friday does nothing but go in the trunk. Yeah, but I'm going to ship them empty. They're not empty. They're digesting. They got feed in the system. Yeah, he feeds them in the boxes. He hand feeds them on the floor. I don't know. Watch his videos, Daniel. If he feeds them, Paul McAloney knows what he's doing with pigeons. I, I've met the man. I mean, he's a I think a third or fourth generation pigeon flyer. He plays the pigeons. Yes, look at this. Thursday is the food that they're going to use. So Thursday for a race on Saturday. Wednesday, Thursday, that's the big time to eat. Okay? Eat, eat, eat. That's when they're eating. And Thursday, there's nothing wrong on Thursday night feeding them late into the evening. Feed them up. Normally, if I want them to eat good on Thursday, I train them Thursday afternoon, 4, 5, 6 o'clock at night. They come home to have a drink. I don't go outside, feed till 9 o'clock at night. Feed them. Because when they come home from training, the body's warm, they're not as hungry. They want to drink, let the system rest, bang, give them the feed. Think about it yourself. The first thing you normally do when you come home from work, or if you're an athlete at the gym, or you're an athlete, a running athlete, a runner, you're going to go for your run. You're going to come home. You're going to be hot. You're going to slam down something to drink. You're probably going to stretch. You're going to have a shower. You're going to get cleaned up. In that next hour, that's when you're going to start to get hungry. That's when you eat. You don't finish your jog and sit at the table and eat mashed potatoes and steak and lasagna and all that shit. No, you got to let the body come down. And again, I don't need all this fancy food shit. I don't think you need, especially in North America. But again, everyone is different. I just love excuses. And same thing, if you're off the line of flight, you're going to have to work even harder. Okay? If you're off the line, you create the line. But to create the line, you're going to have to outwork the guys on the line 3 times more. Okay? Think about what I'm saying to you. You have a disadvantage. You're off the line of flight. If you do not outwork the guys on the line 3 times harder, nothing. But if you're on the line of flight, if you're on the line of flight and you work 3 times harder than the guys that are on your line, it's even easier for you. The guy that's off the line, you're going to have it even harder. You have to be willing to outwork, out hustle your competitors. Oh, and by the way, you get bonuses if you have modern superstar pigeons, modern winning pigeons. If you have those things, good health, an average loft, good hard work ethic, you're going to turn out to be just fine. Hey, if you can darken, great. If you can have them properly through the molt, great. What most people do is they're not sure why. Why? Why did I lose them? Maybe it was the solar flares. I looked up another thing. I asked Alexa about solar flares. And solar flares screw up birds doing migrations. Migrations consist of what? A few thousand miles? Is that what a migration is? 500 miles? 1,000 miles? 3,000 miles? 8,000 miles? I don't know. Okay. So, how does solar flares screw up a pigeon that's coming home from 15-mile training? A pigeon is not a bird that really migrates. He comes home from his spot. Okay, I wouldn't say this is a migrating bird. Well, they're going to create a lot of drama here, but I don't know. A solar flare thing. That's for the dum dums. The dum dums. I don't believe in those. Don't bring me that shit either. I read a 1-1 Loft race, so we didn't train today. Why? It was the solar activities. Solar activities. What, could you feel it tingling in your hair? You know what? I don't even know where to go look at this shit on the weather. I don't know. I'm not interested in it. I see the wild pigeons going back and forth. I go, stop! Land! Don't fly! You're going to get lost! There's solar flares! The dumb keyboard warriors read this shit. Ah, forget it. The excuse makers. And I'll tell you something. You know, if let's say your truck has 20 guys on it. No, yeah, let's say 20 guys. Let's say you had 20, 25 guys. And out of those 25 guys, there's 3 guys that are there to do some damage. They're trying, they're working, they're. For instance, let's take a look at David Tracy. Okay? First week, he took 16 on the drop. Whoa. First for that, okay. This week was a tough race. Guys in his club and combine got obliterated. But not David, no. He shipped 30 birds. He clocked 23. He had a lot of birds. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Perfect. Okay. He's out a couple. That's okay. But, guy said, oh, wow, your birds really came good. That wasn't affected because you put the work in. If all the guys out of the 25 guys, if 23 of them are doing this, making excuses, looking at pedigrees, it's too sunny. Hey, do you guys want to train together? Do you want to train them? You want to train tomorrow? You want to go to the coffee shop and we'll train? Let's go do that. Listen, those types of guys, they run into fucking disasters. And you get 20 guys that act like that, and all those birds are on that truck, and it goes up. It's a beautiful, what I call a shitstorm trooper. That's what it is. You've got 2, 3, 400 birds that got no clue about what's going on. And the guys like David Tracy's that have done the work, They say, somehow I got to get out of this, and they get out and they go. Obviously, a few of them will stay with the group because you can't have all good ones. David's got dummies. Gary's got some dummies. Jansen had some dummies. Dummies you're still going to have. But majority of your birds won't be dummies if you train them to not be dummies. Oh, it's horse shit. Last year we had the best races ever with high solar flares. Williams Fitzgerald, his next champion bird, he's naming it Solar Flare. I think we're William. I don't know wherever you found on the Weather Network to find solar flares, solar bullshit. But I'm still looking, and I'm going to find it one of these days. And when I do, I'm going to check it every day just so I can say, like, okay, today I'm going to purposely try to lose them into the solar flares. I'm going to make some notes of this shit. Flyers just make excuses for losing. Poor work ethics and ordinary pigeons is the reason. Hey, I've yet to see, honestly, really successful people in life or athletes that didn't put the work in. You know, I never seen that. I don't, I mean, and if you take a look at it, people that win the lottery, they win like $50 million. Okay. So it's like some guy that's living on welfare. You know, he goes down to the Quickie Mart and he buys a 6-pack of a beer. He buys a Hostess Twinkie and he buys a scratch ticket. You know, that's his dinner, the Hostess thing. He's got the 6-pack of beer. You know, he picks up a cigarette butt off the ground, scratches the ticket, he wins 50 million bucks. What normally happens? Blows it, it's done. It's finished. As quickly as he got it, as quickly as he lost it. Oh, shit. Oh, look at this, guys. Nelson, my man. Look, you can tell when I met him. Check this out, guys. When I met him, look at the solar flares this day. Can you see Nelson? You can see the solar flares are getting to him there. Mm. Oh, that's a goddamn good drink. Anyway, sorry, Nelson. I had to post that up on there, my friend. Um, but there you guys go. If you want to know where you go and look, it's called, what is it called? Spaceweather.com. Will it tell us like when the next meteor shower is coming or when the aliens are coming? I don't know. I Spaceweather.com. Guys, go look that one up. And look under, what is it? Under K factor. Now, why is it K factor? Why wouldn't it be solar factor? I don't know. Who cares? But yeah, if you want, I know, guys, a lot of you people have a lot of time. You know, when you're in the bathroom and you're dropping a toozy, go ahead, take a look at it. It will help you get through your shit 100%. But something that I won't waste my time with. You know what? If we never knew about them, we'd would have never been a thing. The other thing is people say, well, the solar, the G, what is it, the 5Gs and all this shit. I don't know. The pigeons have been racing with cell phone things for how many years now? 25 years, 30 years. By now, we got to have pigeons that can handle the cell phone shit. I mean, every house they fly over has a goddamn microwave, right? Think about it. Every single house business has a microwave. How many solar gigawatts is coming off this? I do pay attention to the K factor only when starting young birds. Nope. Sorry. Wait. We agree to disagree. I don't. I don't. If I'm loft flying every day, which I will be, if they can loft fly in it, they'll be fine. Sorry, Daniel. It might just be the connection is a little off today. K factor. Like today, the K factor was a 5 plus, which supposed to be bad to fly in. Didn't affect the birds flying in headwinds today at all. Well, as far as I know, I heard enough ding dongs trained. I know a few guys that trained. They had no problems. They had zero problems. Wouldn't K factor be the same every time? Yes, Mr. JD, he hits the head on the head on the nail on the head. The quicker you lose the shit, the stronger your team gets, and the easier it is to focus on the pigeons that want to do the job. But by not working them, by not putting the work, the time, the effort in, and then you go out and lose pigeons because you're trying to be a tough guy, that doesn't work either. Respect them. Work them as a proper team. Hey, I'm going to say this. Take a look at professional sports teams. Okay? The athletes are training all year long. When the athletes come to training camp, they're already in condition. Take a look. Your pigeons, they have to be in super condition and not physical. Yes, they have to be physical super condition. But pigeons use their brain to get home. Their biggest muscle is the brain. The brain. If the brain is not mentally smart, you got a big, strong pigeon. Oh, he's big. I seen guys at the club the other week, big, strong pigeons. Big shit. They're big, heavy, big, strong. Nothing's in between their ears. They're so big and strong. Fly that way. Fly that way. Fly that way. Fly that way. Big and strong. Big and strong pigeons don't win races. The smart pigeons do. And there's only one thing I know. I can't make the pigeons do push-ups. I can't make the pigeons do sit-ups. I can't make the pigeons really run around. But I can train them. I can loft fly them. And I can road train them. And the road training educates the mind. And that's where the winning will be done. By the way, me, I don't do nothing. I take the time, I go up there, I enjoy my passion for the pigeons, the hobby of the pigeons, the love and the care and the respect of the pigeons, and I say to the pigeons, you're out of good bloodlines. You're in good physical condition. I want to make sure your mind is as good as your body, your condition, your pedigree. I want to make sure it's all good. So let's go to work together. When I let them out, they have to do it. I'm not taking no credit. The pigeons do it all. But we're a team. They don't go down the road training unless I go down the road. They don't go up in ones and twos and threes and fives and tens. if I don't take the time to sit there for 3 hours and do it. But I do my part, they do their part. They come like shit, we do it again. Team. Team, team, team. But I will say, at the end of the day, I give them the credit. They're the ones that put it all together. I'm the vessel. They do the work. I take them to the club. I put them in the basket. I give them the yellow drops. I give them the feed. I do those parts. But they have to do the most important shit. Take a look. Here's a winner. His whole family's winners. Guys, his uncle, his father, himself. Take a look at the time they put in. 40 to 50 hours a week with the birds. Yeah, you have a beautiful trailer. Guys, I will say, maybe next week, I'll get you to send me a video of the trailer. Like, really take your time, videotape it sideways for me. Show the drinkers, show the feed, show the birds in it. Maybe do a little liberation video if you want to. The audience will get a kick out of this. Beautiful trailer. And I think having a trailer is very important. Is it a must? No. But it is a nice little feature, especially if you have more birds. But it's great to really get the birds comfortable and educated. Again, that to me is something very good. You know, I would rather I have an average loft. Okay, good. Ventilation's good. It warms up good. Okay, that's good. I'd rather have a nice little trailer or proper baskets, nice, stuff that works good than over the top fancy shit, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But beautiful trailer. Yeah, you really crates are beautiful. And I do think too, if you're in a combine that has the grates on the baskets, get your birds used to being on grates. Now, when I basket birds, let's say Thursday night for a Saturday race, or first thing Friday morning for a Saturday race. Let's say I'm going to the club at 7 o'clock at night on a Friday. I'm going to basket the birds first thing Friday morning. They're going to get up. They're going to have a half hour to drink. I'm going to put them in the basket. I don't have them on wire in the basket. I have them on always fresh, thick straw. Nice and thick. I don't overcrowd the baskets. Put the birds in the basket. It's time to go to bed. They're going to sit in that basket and they're going to lay on the butts of their wings. They're going to sleep. I don't have people walking by the baskets. I don't have people touching the birds, looking in. No, just leave the birds alone in a nice dark place, nice and warm. There's no water with them. Hey, let's say around 4 o'clock, I go and take a look, put the drinker in, let him have a drink, take the drinker away. I get to the club right away, I give them the drinker again. Yes, they give drinkers at the club. I don't care if they drink at the club. I'd rather have them drink in my basket. I get them used to this. Team Ryan, Robert Hamilton. Thank you, my friend. I haven't seen you on in a while. Nice that you are on. Reminder, guys, like, share, and subscribe. These shows work best when you all participate. I know you guys like to hear me talk. I say probably the same thing over and over and over again. But I'm not giving you advice that I wouldn't do. So I'll tell you, if you're going to fly against me, I can tell you exactly what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do it. And it does not matter. The only way you're going to beat me is you're going to have to outdo it. You're going to have to work harder. And if you're willing to work harder, you have better pigeons, then the win will be with you or with me or whatever. Then we're going to see. You're very welcome. You know, people will spend this absorbent amounts of money on pigeons. Uh, I see people, they spend money on pigeons. They buy really good pigeons. They bought pigeons that I've never been able to buy. I haven't had the money, right? And I look and almost get dumbfounded, jealous, drooling over these pigeons. And trust me, guys, I have sold pigeons that I absolutely wanted so bad. And I've trained myself over 7 years. It's okay now, right? I'm so happy selling them and people call with results. But when you buy these pigeons, just because you buy them, it doesn't mean they're going to win. If you're not buying the handler, you're buying the pigeon. And you have to remember, the handler gets the pigeon to win. The handler does the work. He's the handler. The pigeons have the quality, but the handler educates them, wakes them up, conditions them to go and do it. You know, if you just buy them and look at the pedigrees and put them in your loft and yabba yabba dee dee and daddly daddly do, you don't put nothing into it, they're not going to beat the pigeons that you used to have. They might come home a little bit better, but they're not gonna go, oh wow, this is incredible. I drive for Liberation Site for training, fill the waters to get a drink, and then fly home. That's good. I'm not. I'm not gonna lie. I am not a. What I like to do with like a trailer like you have is I will do that when the birds are loft flying. You know, when the birds are, I wean the birds off, and the birds have been in the loft. You know, and they're starting a loft fly, not bad. They'll go into the trailer already at that time for a week, maybe eat and drink for a week, learn how to do it, eat and drink. So they have that installed into their brain. When I train pigeons, I don't water them before I take them. I like to use water as a little bit of something to come home to. You know, if I am going to go to 100 miles, let's say, and I basket them the night before to give them a night over in the basket one time, okay, in the morning I'll water them. But I'm not a big short toss giving them water. I'm not interested. Water's in the loft. When you get home, you can have water. I like to purge them from water. I like them to sit without water. I think that's good too. Same like sitting in the heat. I like them to sit in the heat and condition. You know, you go to Mexico and you watch the people in Mexico. You know, you get off the plane and holy shit, man, it's so damn hot and humid. Oh, and you watch these people in Mexico. They're working away there. They got long pants on. They're work all day in the heat. You work at their pace, keep working, keep working. I can't even go to the bar without dying for a drink. How do these people do this? Because they're conditioned to it. They're conditioned. Every training day is like a race. Uh, what's the best advice to give birds over adenovirus? What is the best advice to get birds over the adeno? You know, I say people do the light feed, and I think the whole thing is, I think with any sickness, think about let's look at it this way. When we're sick, do we want to overeat? No. Do we want to overdrink? No. You want to Do you want to exercise? No. Shut them down. Purge the system. Purge it. Purge it. It's okay. Purge the system. Slow the system down. Let them get over it. Let them break the fever. Again, what is my number one cure for sickness? I use the bin. But Bird looks sick today. Okay. I look. He's already in with the group. He's already mingling with the group. The whole group has it. They all drank out of the same drinker. They all drank. They all got it. That one doesn't look right today. He doesn't look right tomorrow. Bang. In the bin. He's gone. Moving along. I don't want pigeons I have to play doctor with. Waste of time. They never come back to do anything. Hired a guy. He came in for a week. The next week he had a day off sick. That's one. Comes back in, no problem. You're sick. You're a new guy. Okay. I already say this is strike one. You're not making a good. I don't want to see you get sick for a year per se. 2 weeks goes by. Oh, he had another sick day. There's no third. There's no third sick day. No. You're costing me money. You're costing me time. You're costing me stress. You know what? Thanks for coming. Very nice. Go work for another company so you can screw up their customer service. Not for me. Cilantro. It's a natural antibiotic and it will be over in 2 days. Hey, look, cilantro. Here you go. Now, think about this. Out in Mother Nature, the only thing the bird can do is go and pick what he wants. In our area here, there's no cilantro. So, I don't know about cilantro. Sounds good. Maybe, sure. Give it, try it out. This is how you learn this stuff. But again, birds that get real down, real sick, real ill, you're just fixing a problem. Oh, expanded metal floors. Low maintenance is the goal. Expanded metal, nah. You know what? Expanded metal floors are great. It keeps the birds clean. Okay? It's not so comfy for the birds. I think the lofts can get a little drafty. Um, I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of expanded metal floors. I don't mind a metal floor with a floor underneath it. Fine. I prefer the grated floor, the grates, the wooden grates. Pigeons find it more comfortable. As for scraping a floor, if you're not scraping it 3 times a day, you might as well have dry litter. Grates, metal or wood. Prefer the wood, but I want the droppings to go through and into the floor, not onto the ground. I don't want chickens running around under there. Not because I don't like chickens and great for spillage. That's all great. I just don't want the extra the draft. Just saying. But yes, you will notice most of the one loft races that have those expandable metal floors. That's one of the big tricks, and it is. It's 100%. Pigeons don't pick through the droppings. Everything goes through. I'm not racing on. If I were to race in Spring Hill, Florida, the best loft was Gerard Dumont's. Uh, Andy Dumont. I think Andy or Gerard Dumont. He had just regular wood floors. He had the granules in there or dry litter in there. I did a video on it. He was the only loft I didn't see with wire, and I thought it was the best. I liked the conditioning of it. Good for me. But hey, everybody likes what they like. In all the top lofts I've been to throughout the world, the real top ones, no. Again, that's just my opinion. Each to their own. Again, for me, I can win with a dry litter floor. You know, I don't need to do it with wire or grates. I prefer the grates over the wire. Again, sometimes I think it's a little bit more for advertising. then maybe practicality. I don't know. Drafty loft is no good. Don't have a draft. Don't need a draft. No draft. Draft free. Don't overcrowd. This has been a pretty damn good show. Again, this show works best when you guys participate. You cannot beat wooden floors. Well, if your wooden floor is wet, not good. Remember, the pigeon loft has to be dry. Has to be, the secret is dry. Dry, not damp. Okay? That's the trick. Dry, not damp, no draft. The ventilation has to be good. Some sunlight can come in. Can be some nice dark spots in the loft. Dark spots are good. Come on. Let's listen to Xavier there. Not sure that would work. No, Tracy, if you put wire floor in your loft, it'll be shit because you're in Buffalo. It will work in real hot, dry places, Texas, Florida. Okay, it's okay. It does not work here in Southern Ontario. It does not work in Buffalo. I wouldn't use it in Winnipeg. I probably wouldn't use it in Minnesota. California, okay. In one lot races, it does not matter. The pigeons are so Mickey Mouse taken care of. Again, it's just a concentration camp. Pack as many birds as we can in, put them on wire floor so all the shit goes to the bottom. Put the chickens underneath. If you have a one loft race, you want to put the loft off the ground 10 feet so the shit falls through. There's no ammonia. Dampness is gone. That draft does not matter. They're not really conditioning pigeons. They're just keeping pigeons in a big cage. Gavin Hunter, how's it going? Nice to see you on. Are you okay? Let me know. But no, seriously, and people, I always like this. People at pigeon clubs, they're crying about cleaning the baskets. All the baskets, all the baskets, the baskets got to be clean. Go away. Go away. Just leave it. Don't clean it. Just leave it. Just leave it. Put the birds in Friday night. Let the birds out Saturday morning. Do 4 races. Clean the baskets. It's okay. The birds are not going to be in the basket. All the droppings are dry. They're on wire grates. You don't need to clean it. Everyone at the club, oh, we've got to get the Virkon out. Let's get our toothbrushes and start scrubbing. Fucking waste of time. They're all in the basket together. They're all drinking out of the drinker. They want to clean the basket, but they don't want to disinfect the drinker. Who cares? I'm not into disinfecting the drinker. I don't want bleach in the drinker. I want nothing. Plain water. My birds are going to drink with your birds. If your birds are sick, they'll give it to me. If my birds are weak, they're going to pick it up and they'll be soft shit. I'm telling you, I don't give a shit. I put them through the work to build them like iron. When they become iron, we're okay. How do you keep? Alan asked a good question. Let's post it back up. I'm going to grab some more ice. We're having a good show. You guys are putting on a show tonight. Thank you. How do you keep a wooden floor dry? Okay. So, in a loft, how do you keep the wooden floor dry? You got to scrape 2 to 3 times a day. But remember, just try this. Seriously. Okay? Take a little square piece of plywood. Okay? Just one little square. And put a pigeon in the cage over top of it. The pigeon's going to take a couple craps. Let's just say this. Pigeon takes 3, 4 craps. Leave him in there for 2 hours. 2 hours, pick him up, take him out. Take a look at the droppings. Okay? I don't care. They might be wet. They might not be wet. There might be perfect little droppings. I don't know. Take the scraper, scrape them off. You're going to see on that board a wet spot. Now, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. It's got to dry. If it's damp out, it has a slower time drying. If it's humid out, it has a slower time drying. If it's hot, dry heat, or real windy, or breezy, or whatever, it dries quicker, right? But when you scrape it, and the pigeon goes back in there, he shits on it again. He shits on it again. Scrape it, shits on it again. The floor never dries. It just starts to drink up liquid. So if you don't scrape enough, you're done. In my opinion, if you're an OCD person, put the grates in, put granules down, let the pigeon shit through. Everything's dry. The pigeons aren't in it, but they're getting loft immunity. Once a week, you want to rake off the droppings? No problem. The nest boxes or the perches, I scrape them twice a day. I go in and feed in the morning, I give them a quick scrape. I go in at night, I give them a quick scrape. If you have 500 birds, you're not going to be able to do it. So then you leave it, right? Sometimes the best is to leave it. So the shit builds up and it creates a barrier. Hey, there's many ways to do it. When you had pigeons, 43 years, I was born in pigeons. I know what dirty box perches look like that are in great condition. I've had them. I see how it works. I've seen super clean box perches. I like that too. Remember, scraping a loft is great. That's some extra time. I'd rather put it into the mind of the pigeon. Not this. That's a lot of shit. Right? Just saying. But if you're a professional, you're going to do it all. If you have to watch your time because you have family, you have other things, jobs, get rid of the cleaning. Like JD said, make the loft easy for you. I'm not saying to put in wire expanded floors. Go dry litter. Put the time into the birds where it's needed, not in your OCD cleaning shit. You ain't never going to clean them to the way they got to be cleaned. Now, what do you guys think of this? What do you guys think of this shirt? What do you think of this hoodie? Come on. Can someone tell me where I got this hoodie from? Let's see. Let's see who watches my shows. Can anyone tell me where I got my green hoodie? Actually, this is a 10. I should have bought about 20 of them. Why? Quality is great, comfortable, looks good. Hey, take a look at me. Yeah, I am good looking. I know that. But this just takes me to a whole new level. Whole new level. Here we go. We're going with the Chimay again. We're going to add a little fruit punch. Next generation. Yep. Take a look. This is the best part of the drink. This is the magic. And there she appears. Chimay. A release point in France. Short racing, sprint racing from Belgium. Chimay. Derek Tracy. We got some comments. Let's look here. I was just going to comment on the hoodie. I knew you liked that one. Best dry litter in your opinion? That's good. I got no problems. Listen, I got no problems with dry litter. I got no problems with scraping floors. I got no problems with wooden grates. I got no problems with the wire floors. I got no problems with any of it. If it's done correctly, you got no problems. Nope, it wasn't in Romania, JD, but good try. Mrs. Tracy, there she is. I got to give her a shout out. Oh, I got to give you that addresses for those pedigrees. Hold on, guys. Nobody said cheers, so I'm going to have a drink. The hell with you all. Okay, I have half-inch plywood sections, lay a plank floor, put the birds in and out. You're going to pull out the sections, lay down new ones tomorrow. I sweep the loft out. And again, it's, Tracy's doing a lot there. That's okay. If that's what she likes, if that's what she feels. I'm not against that. I've been to Tracy's place. Birds are in great condition. Floors look great. Honestly, very nice. Great job. She has a system that works for her. That's fine. You're going to win on plywood, on dry litter, on wire floors, on wooden grates. You're going to do it. You can do it. But that's not what makes you win. But it's how you want to keep your loft. And everyone's different. So, guys, if I said something tonight that's offended you in your floors, your dressing, whatever, I'm just saying there's many ways. Many ways. Not the one in Belgium. Holland showed it was the other one. It was a show in Fugare. You got it at a show, yes. Type dry litter. Do you prefer it? Hey guys, type. Hey, if you like dry litter, type dry litter. If you like expanded metal, put expanded metal. If you like the wooden floors, the wooden grates, put wooden grates. Put down what you think. Let people know what you're doing. Reminder, everyone's going to have their preference. And that's okay. What type of dry litter do you prefer? I like to start with brick sand and let them make it themselves. I like the volcanic. I'm going to say Van Robies and Versalaga had a real nice, what did they call it? Their dry litter they had. It was a volcanic ash. That stuff was fantastic. Really good. Um, Dry litter is dry litter. I don't use wood chips. I'm not a big wood chip kind of guy. In Belgium, they have the right wood chips. It's a little bit different. I don't mind straw floors. Remember, you have to keep turning them over to keep them dry. The secret is dry. When the loft is dry, you're okay. What Lars doing when we have the show with Lars? We're gonna have the show with Lars. Lars was actually I wanted to say I'll have I'll have to get it, but he oh, sorry, Lars. If you watch this, brother, I love you, man. I owe you a beer. Definitely owe you a beer, but he went he went canoeing across Sweden for a whole week. He canoed 100 miles or 100 kilometers of canoeing for a vacation. He's the man. Hey, Fugari. Yes, Jerry, you were right. Jerry, my man, how are you doing? Hope you're doing good. Hey, let me know when you're stopping by to get some eggs. Have a vodka. Hey, guys, my buddy Jerry, that's his own brand of vodka right there. That one's for you, Jerry. Seven Hill Loft says wooden floors. Again, lots of ways. It's whatever you like. And, if you're just a pigeon keeper, hey, you can try different things. It's up to you. It's whatever you like. Mm, mm. I have a beef. I have a beef. I watch sometimes some videos when I'm in the bathroom, when I'm going to bed, and I got a real bone to pick. Okay? Etiquette. Pigeon etiquette. Pigeons. Cocks, hens. Cocks, hens. Don't say male, female, boy, girl. Cocks, hens. You have babies, 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 youngsters, squeakers, squeakers, youngsters. Good. What can I stand? A pigeon loft. It's called a pigeon loft. It's not a coop, not a shed. It's not a coop. A coop is for chickens. Chicken coop. Pigeon loft. Pigeon loft. Try it with me. Pigeon loft. Pigeons training, pigeons rambling. I'm not a big router. Rambling, training. Poland show. No, was not the Poland show. It was the Fugare show. That's where I got it. Actually, I love it. It's engraved, super quality. I'm actually kind of jealous. Again, guys, check out our store. Get some Pigeon Boss swag. We'll put it up. Does nobody like it? It's black. I mean, it makes all of us fat people look skinny. It says eat, sleep, race on the back. Do you want me to get rid of that? What would you guys like? Nobody likes Pigeon Boss. Jesus. Well, right now you are, Tracy. It was so nice seeing you. I'll tell you guys. Um, in Tracy's last life, she was a cat because that woman's got still 9 lives. I don't know how she's still ticking. Tracy, just keep going. Don't go to the doctor. Don't go to the hospital. Just keep on going. But again, some words that drive me crazy. People call a pigeon loft a coop. Cocks and hens. Same with colors. I don't know. I think people get too crazy. I've seen some guy racing homers. 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 They're called racing pigeons. Not homers. There's some guy, Chris from Northern Lights. Got these racing homers. They don't even look like racing pigeons. Yeah, the colors are great, but you can tell they're so screwed uply bred. I'm sorry. I'm not knocking it, but homers, racing pigeons. They're racing pigeons. Racing pigeons. Say it. Homers. Cocks, hens, proper. Racing pigeons. A pigeon, a house that pigeons live in is called a pigeon loft. It's not a coop. Good. Tracy says, aren't typically all pigeons homers? I don't know. I just hate it. It's the worst sound. Like it almost makes me not want to talk to people when they say this. I'm sorry. Maybe this is a little beef I have. This is my little thing. Anyways, that's that. What else should we talk about this evening? What else do you guys want to talk about? When this drink's done, I'm finished. Again, I say this show works best when you guys participate. It is not the same without Ricky here. It's always fun because it's a good argument to have back and forth. Or it's not, I'm not meaning it as an argument. I mean more as back and forth, like at a pigeon club. Mm. Mm. The other thing I gotta say, another pet peeve I have. Mine is watching someone hold a pigeon wrong. Oh shit. Oh yeah. Yeah, handing a pigeon to somebody backwards. Oh, that drives me nuts. That really drives me nuts. Watching someone open the wing on a pigeon wrong. Oh, you want me to lose my mind? Yes. God, JD, don't do this. No, no, no. Oh, people opening up the back to check the back. Oh my God. Let me ask you. You want to make your chest bigger? Pull your arms back. Pigeons. A tight back should be sitting in your hand calmly and the back should be straight. Opening up the legs and jerking the bird off like this and doing all that shit. Man, that's bad. When I see people open the legs, when I see it, I can't stand it. And I'll tell you, the only reason that some of the guys in Belgium do it, there's only one reason. When you see them do it on a video, they do it because people want to see this. People want to see this. You don't see them in their own loft ever open the legs. Never. Pigeons don't fly with their legs open. That's the worst. Just don't spread the legs. Don't tip the bird upside down to look underneath. No, I don't need that. Don't open the wing up by the end of the feathers. Don't do that. Don't band them upside down. Oh, that's another thing. Please don't band them upside down. Band them the right way and on the proper leg. For the love of God. We got a whole thing. I got to make a t-shirt up for this. This will be my best-selling t-shirt. It's funny, when you start to think about it. People holding pigeons, yeah. Oh, my blood is boiling. So what does French, this is the French organization, FCF. I got this from the France Union. Nice sweater. I got a blue one too. I'll wear the blue one next week. Why do people spread the legs on videos? Because they're trying to sell a pigeon. They're trying to overcompensate. That's why they spread the legs, Tracy. Okay? They try. Say, oh, look. Well, what happens if you spread them further? What happens? I just don't believe in it. I don't need a back to sit like this, like this. I'm fine. I'm fine with this. I'm fine with this. I'm fine with this. I'm fine with even this. Little up, like this, like the. I don't want to see the tail open. I'm not want to see this, but I don't need you to pull the legs open and take the bird off of balance. Again, when I really see people open the legs on a pigeon, I say, I don't want to buy their pigeons. Well, why? Because their pigeons must fly with their legs open. Winning pigeons don't fly with their legs open. I don't know. Hey, Caleb, how are you? Gloves, yeah. Hey, guys, take a look at this one. Fun fact. Uh, Oscar DeVries there with the Oscar DeVries bullshit challenge and lube. We're gonna add lube to it. They had to here's the other thing with those people. Congratulations to all of us idiots who put birds there. We bought them a nice loft, but they were complaining that they had to spend more money on a new clock, which they didn't have to. But he's a dummy. Sorry, Oscar, you're dumb. I mean that, honestly. Bottom of my heart. And your wife had to re-enter in all the computer work. Now, how many of you people, I know this for a fact, I can barely type on a computer. Now, if you're somebody that wears gloves, like his wife, Linda, No wonder why it took her 2.5 months to enter the birds into the software program when she's wearing gloves. You don't type with mittens on. You don't handle pigeons with mittens on. You don't do it. Only two ding-dongs I've seen that wear gloves and hold pigeons. Linda DeVries and John Black. That's it. I ain't seen nobody else do it except these two ding-dongs. Imagine breeding them together. They would be the cleanest of clean. Sorry. Again, I live at 2651 Bloomington Road. If you have a problem, come on down. We'll settle this with a drink. It's funny when people pick things like, hey, gloves. I think that's a good one. Uh, and I think maybe my number one pet peeve when we take all that away is when you get to the club, the excuses. Excuses are the worst. You know, just try not to have them. And you know what? I'll tell you, it sucks to lose. It sucks to get beat. It sucks to lose your birds. It sucks. I get that. But we all can control it. We all can put more work in. Even if we're to the max of our workload, we can find a way. Or maybe the best thing is to just loft fly the pigeons and don't race them. Enjoy them at home. That way you don't get so upset. That way you don't have to get stressed out, worried, angry, pissed off. Pigeons are supposed to be fun. You know, when I was little, I looked at pigeons and I liked to get the fun colors, or I liked to get the powders or the rollers, or I like kind of like to look at them, and that was great. And then you get into racing, and then it changes, right? It all changes. And sometimes I think, if something in your life says, okay, I can't race pigeons this year, I'm just going to have them. I'm going to open them up and let them play. And I'm just going to have some fun. I'm not expecting anything. I'm just going to loft fly. That's a different thing. Then you're okay. But if you can't put the time and the work in, and you go to that club and you're getting beat, or you're not getting the result you're used to, or you're getting a terrible result, don't take it out on the pigeons. Step back and look at how busy you are. Say it's okay. It's fine. We're going to make the best of this. The ones that can handle the no training, the ones that can handle. Remember, as long as they're all done the same way, they all have the same chance. Uh, the open cupboard behind you is making my OCD. The open cup board. What's open? The open cup? What? That open cup board behind you. Open cup board. What? What's open? What are you talking about? I got eggs here. I got frosted flakes for Ricky. He eats frosted flakes because he says they're great. uh, Open cupboard. I don't know what you're talking about. Tracy, I don't know what you're doing. And another thing, when people brag about one loft racing, especially at the beginning, the activation race, the first race, whatever, it's nice. You feel good. I'll give you a tip. Keep it inside of you. Don't make a big stink out of it. Don't jump in joy and do cartwheels. Most of the time, those birds aren't there in the end. Very few make it to the end very good like that. You almost give yourself bad luck. The other side, the open what? The open cup. I don't see, there's no cup. The empty cup. Maybe she meant the empty cup. Is that better? Where the spices are, are ding dong. The spices. Yeah. Is that better for you? Is everybody happy now? Oh, here he is. This the cupboard. There you go. Here we go, guys. Round of applause. He's back. The one, the only Stephen Collins. Hot for Doma. Ho ho ho. Here he is. He's back in the house. Wiggle my ears and tickle my toes. Nice to see you on, my very best of friend. I hope you're doing good. Say hi to Heather for me. Somebody got him on. I don't know what happened. The cutting board. Yeah, I see it. The door's okay, guys. I shut the door. You know what? To hell with you all. We're gonna fix all your OCDs. There we go. Is that better? You like that better? Ah. Shitty, stupid. Look who's in with us there. Here's Shitty Elvis. He's back. Welcome back, Shitty. Poor old guy, eh? Still tuning into this shit. It's okay. You'll be all right. The writing wasn't right, not me. You know the best part about these shows is, eh? You're always watching, always wondering, and always in amazement. Cheers. What a great show tonight has been. We got the cupboards open. What else we got going on? A lot of great shit, really. Shitty even came on. He'll be all right, though. But hey, this is what we do. We always keep you thinking. But hopefully tonight you guys have had some time to think about this. Take from it what you want. I don't really give a shit what you all do. I'm going to do me and you're going to do you. We're going to always bake the cake slightly differently. But those who bake the most cakes will make the best ones. What's going on with the Greyhound? Hey, well, we got to ask. Let's ask the question to Stephen Collins. Hey, Stephen, what is going on with the legendary Zonigan? He's got him back. He's on the fritz. I don't know. Some say I have to go to Australia and work with the dog. I don't really want to do that at this time. I think Steven can get him back on track. Again, Steven in Australia, if you guys look him up, he was a top greyhound racing machine trainer. He knows what he's doing. Him and his wife, Heather, top quality. Knows what they're doing. Awesome people, good-hearted, good-spirited people will give you literally the shirt off their back, but great with animals, great with dogs, good with pigeons. He's getting better and better with the pigeons. On his way back now. On his way back, as he says. So hey, maybe we can get the next video when you put him into a race. Again, that dog had a little bit of bad luck. I think sometimes some things happen and it gets screwed up. But one thing I like about Steven and Heather, when the shit is super deep, they have the resilience and they keep going. And I think good things will still come for that greyhound. Hopefully, he's got the right name. Gavin Hunter says, weasel trapping season. Yes, weasel trapping season. Oh, yeah, the door's open again. Must be ghosts. And then in the camera, you always look to the wrong side. believe it or not, guys, in our kitchen, hey, take a look. Watch. I'm gonna do this for you, okay? Hold on. Watch this. Look, cupboards open, cupboards closed. Cupboards open. So, Tracy, it's we keep it equal in the kitchen. See, a little bit of it's got to stay open. But Gavin Hunter says yes, it's weasel trapping season, guys. If you have aviaries and the holes are bigger than those little quarter inch, the small ones, you're okay. Anything bigger than that, if your thumb fits in the hole, a weasel fits in. That's a tip from Gavin Hunter. And Gavin sometimes, I'm not lying, guys, he eats close to 75 weasels a year. Swear to God, it's the truth. I creeped his page. I seen him. He's got great recipes for eating weasels, making weasel slippers, weasel hats. His big seller coming up this year is the weasel earmuffs. You get that for your missus. She's going to go out all winter with warm ears. Weasel earmuffs. This is fun. What do you think? Should I have one more drink? I got enough for a quarter. What do you think, Shitty? Hey? Come on, Shitty. Shitty, Shitty, Bang, Bang. You still on there or what? We've been seeing fishers. We've been seeing fishers. Them things are vicious. Huh? I guess so. I don't know. Well, I haven't seen a fisher. Never had a fisher come in the loft. We've had weasels. I've had them. I had what are those things that hang on the back of trucks? What are they called? Not porcupines. The other thing, the other shitty thing. What are they called? Muskrats. Yeah. Skunk. Yeah. Owl. Yeah. Cat. Yeah. That's it. That's the only problem in this area. All right, we're gonna finish this off. We're gonna have one small one so we don't waste our killing me Pepsi. You guys can look there at the back, the frosted flakes. Oh yeah, and raccoons. We can't forget raccoons. Thank you, Tracy. Oh, big shout out. I'm gonna have a little beefy poo here. I probably shouldn't do this, but oh, possum. That's it. Possum. That son of a gun. Alan, that's the one I was talking about. God, they're greasy, man. Possum is the worst. I just don't like the look of them. It's funny, eh? You kill a possum, throw it in the bush there. Weeks will go by. Nothing will eat it. Nothing wants to go near it. They're shit. I'm not going to say anything until next week about what I was going to get into, even though I have a fresh drink here. Because, again, I don't want to upset people at the Canadian Racing Pigeon Union. Dropping the ball yet again. Dropping the ball. Really dropping the ball. Very disappointed. I expect better. But I'm going to give them an opportunity. I've given them over a month and a half now with a solid month with really dropping the ball, charging a credit card, using a credit card, fine, taking the monies for a CU membership, and then not holding up their end of the bargain for some wind speed fancy or bullshit. Okay. To me, it's all Mickey Mouse, off the top rope Mickey Mouse. And excuses. That person has cancer. That person's new. We're busy. You can charge the credit card, but you can't do the rest of the job. Come on, man. Now, again, I shouldn't say nothing because, again, they'll smack my bottom. I'm a bad, bad boy. Heaven forbid we stand up, eh? No, we all just be quiet. Yes, we have an auction coming up at the end of September. It's going to close. We have 3 auctions closing on the 10th, 11th, and 12th of October. Something real special we've put together. That's when it closes. It's going to be up probably, I would say, the first week of October. And I will tell you some absolutely world class pigeons in this one. Again, you guys asked me pigeons that I would like. Yeah, lots of nice pigeons. I've had so many people ask me about pigeons that we represent. And, I can really say pigeons are fantastic. We've gone the distance. We've met breeders. We've seen the quality of the pigeons. We try and get the direct children from the ace pigeons or from the super couples. This year, our auctions are going to be smaller than ever. When we do auctions, it's going to be small. 4, 6 birds. A lot of auctions will only be 4 pigeons. Why? I want better and better and better and better and better pigeons. So if we don't do an auction for somebody that you thought we were going to, maybe they didn't have the birds that we wanted. I'm not interested in grandchildren, great grandchildren. Not interested in that. We want to bring you really good quality pigeons, great pedigrees, current results. Hey, are we going to have some way back playbacks in there? Yes, we will. Because there's people that look for that, people that like that. And I'm fine with that. Remember, we have to cater to quite a few people. But if you're looking for something and you say, hey, Ryan, this is what my thoughts are, I'm going to try and help you, guide you to what I think you're going to need. I have people from Hawaii. They talk to me about this island flying and the speeds are so slow and, blah, 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 all this stuff. They're flying these super old families of pigeons. But I say, if the whole island's flying super old families of pigeons, I think you got to inject some new blood, modern winning pigeons. It's okay. You don't need Jansons anymore. You don't. You don't need them. If you have something for Jansons, do something for Jansons. If you want stuff, I'm not knocking that. We will have stuff like that. I love the Staff Van Reet pigeons. I really wished I could have bought them directly from Staff Van Reet at that time. There's lots of great old pigeons. I love them. They're awesome. But remember, we're year 2025. Let's fly with pigeons from 2020, 2022, 2024, 2025. Those pigeons I really want. I look in that zone, right? Pigeons are in that same zone. It's like cars. Pull out Ricky's Mach 1, 1969. Numbers matching. It's all original. She's beautiful. Start her up, you'll shit your pants. She sounds good. Pull up to the light. Brand new Honda Civic, right? Look over. My man's driving, Peter Koo. He looks over at me. We're racing to the Pigeon Club. Peter goes like this and hits it. His Honda Civic just takes off and goes. The Mustang takes off and it goes, but that Civic's lighter, fuel injection, who knows what else it's got. It's gone. Modern. Now, put the modern Honda Civic against a modern Mustang GT. The GT's going to win. You see what I'm saying? Same with pigeons. People keep asking me, are you going to do a one-loft race? Are you going to do a one-loft race? Yeah, when it's time. When it's time. When I'm ready. When I'm ready. Yeah. Yeah. You know, a fun fact. Not gonna lie. I this is a story. I purchased my Van Reets from Dean Pallet. They were great grandchildren because that's what he had at that time. I got them late. I mean, I got them late when I was old enough that I could get a loan from the bank. That's how I did it. And I bought them and I brought them in. Frank McLaughlin did have them. Frank McLaughlin got his from Dean Pallet. And I thought ours did very, very well. I was happy with them. And I did buy three pigeons that were 13, 14, and I think 11 years old. And he said they were all going to lay eggs. They all did. I had two of them that produced good. The other one, nothing. Um, that was fine. I'm being honest there. But Frank, as a human being, he took me. But hey, that's how you learn. You get taken. That's okay. We learn. You know what do they say? What goes around comes around, goes back around. It's all around, right? It's all around. The big guy, he's watching. What happened? Yeah. We put it up. Nobody wanted to come. I guess that's the truth, if that's what you'd like me to say. And that's okay. We didn't push it real hard. You know what? I didn't mind kind of taking a break from it. Sometimes you need to step back and look at everything and what you want to do. Do you want to do it again? I don't think I'm done doing a one Loft race. I'm just not overly impressed with one Loft racing. And again, I think it's because of the people. And I mean, it's the people that you put a one Loft race that you send your birds to, the people maybe running it you don't like, or maybe the hey, I don't like that race. I don't like that race. I don't like what the people are doing. I'm being a judge too. People can look at my race and say the same thing. I am not perfect. I'm far from perfect. But I will say, a lot of these one Loft races that don't really show you enough so you don't hammer them. And I think that's a real smart move. You know, the old saying is less is more. Less is more. You know, I watched today Rick Mead at the Apple Cup. He had his activation. I watched this guy do the liberation. He puts the goddamn camera in a spot where you can barely see the pigeons coming out. He's letting out 1,600 pigeons. Come on, Rick. Can you not buy a tripod and put the camera on it and focus on the birds? I don't want to focus on the wheat fields and the blue puffy clouds in the corner. I'm not knocking you, Rick, but god damn it, you watch ESPN. You like the coverage on ESPN. You like to see all the shit on football on Sundays. You like to watch snooker. You like to watch the poker and the guys that are with the sunglasses on that are blinking 3 times through the glasses because ESPN gives you the goddamn coverage. So please, for the love of God, people, when you're doing a video, give us the coverage. What's the coverage? The damn birds. Not knocking Rick, because I think I'm just being honest. I don't need to see your face. I don't care. Show the birds. And I'm not saying that Rick's not an attractive guy. He's great looking. Voice is good. Been doing it for all his. Can we not get better coverage? Why do we got to see the corner of the trailer with nothing? Sorry, Rick. Sorry, I'm not knocking Rick. Rick did it today. I seen it. I shook my head. I says 1,600 birds, and that's the coverage you give the people. 0 out of 10 on the coverage. Well, Tracy, you had your heart ripped out of you and put a damper on your year. Tracy, but that's okay. You're not crying, you're not bitching, you're not whining. You're going to be all right, Tracy. You're going to be back. You're going to do it again. And that's fine. It's so funny, though, when you read this, Frank Oja, what people remember. You know, I feel bad that I ripped on Frank. Probably Frank's not that bad of a guy. But money is money, and whenever you can get away with something, I guess you will. Or I guess he will. And it's sad. I worked with Frank for multiple years. I liked Frank. I thought he was an honest, good guy. And again, what can we do? I thought he was better than that. But obviously, his mother didn't raise him right. Or his father. Low grades.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Oh, Alexa, you're my best girl.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
You can't help me with Frank McLaughlin, Alexa. He's a bag of shit. That's just a natural thing. It's okay. Alexa's upset. She doesn't like Frank either. Hoosier don't even do videos. Well, of course Hoosier doesn't. Because the Pope, Mike, sorry, Shinny is going to affect you. Talking about your daddy too, eh? Mike Gannett, the Pope that runs that race, that owns that race. Less is more. Less is more. Less is more. I see some videos. Ridiculous. Ridiculous, man. You people dump all your money into these races. And you get that shit coverage. And you guys are Americans, I'll say. You guys got fucking ESPN. You guys got the shopping network. You got Dances with Stars. You got American Idol. You guys have Howard Stern. And these goddamn races give you this shit. Also, I'm going to say this. Black Gold race. He's showing pigeons that the Hawks apparently are going to eat. Oh my God. I've never seen such stupid shit in my life. The Hawk is not interested in color. He's interested in color. He's interested in stupid and slow. Stupid, slow, sick. Not with it. That's what the Hawk eats. The Hawk don't eat the color. He eats the easy meal. But Black Gold Race is showing you don't send pies. Don't send grizzles. Don't send reds. I'm sorry. I'm just looking at it. I like Yoani, good guy, nothing wrong, but why? Come on. I don't care. Send me white pigeons, whatever you want. Send me reds. Let me ask you. Here's a question. Here's a question. Think about this. I'm going to put on a one Loft race, and I'm going to have 3,000 whites, reds, grizzles, and gay pies come to the race. Do I tell all these people that the Hawks are going to eat them? I just want your money. So why center out those birds? Uh, oh, she's coming back, she says. But anyways, I think that was a little bit of a rant there. but I didn't like that one. Actually, I do like that he shows the pigeons. I think that's nice. You don't have to say they're hawk bait, but I mean, if you're having some fun with it, I guess it's fine. You know what? I like to see the condition of the pigeons, so I'm fine with it. I just think to Yoannie, I'm just going to tell you this, bud. There's a lot of sensitive men out there, very sensitive. Oh, no, 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 no. He said the hawk is going to eat my bird. No, he's just having some fun. He's just having a bit of fun with you. I'm for it. I'm fine. I like to see the quality and the condition of the pigeons. So I'm good with it. And you know what? I see lots of blue bars. I see lots of checkers. I like to see what the hawks are going to eat because I don't believe the hawks will eat them. I like to see a little war paint. Uh, McLaughlin and Gannis are crooks. Well, hey, they do swing together. You know what? You know what? In every business, there are crooks. There's the mob, there's the whatever there is in all businesses, they're crooks. I mean, you can go to a mechanic and he doesn't do anything, but he charges you. You can go to a dentist, he doesn't fix your teeth, but he charges you. You can go to get heart surgery. Take a look, guys. Tracy had her heart taken out, put back in. She was dead for 45 minutes. Thank F. She found the right surgeon to do it. Had it have been the wrong one, Tracy's not here. Now, guys, let's not get on Big Andy. He's in a wheelchair, okay? I'm not here to pick on people that are in wheelchairs. I got to feel sorry for them. Nope, I don't want to pick on him. No, no, no. No. Don't do nothing wrong, that one. Perfect. I will be going to the race, though. I will. 17 bullets in the gun says I'll be there. I'll have to bring a bouncer with me. I wonder there if they have wheelchair parking. Andy's different than the rest. He comes at you a different way. And that's okay. It is what it is. They're all different personalities. They're all different people. We're all not going to get along, but we all have the same thing in common. It's pigeons. Frank McLaughlin has pigeons. Mike Gannis has pigeons. Andy has pigeons. Right? You and me, we all have pigeons. We're all going to see things differently, so it's okay. Even Shitty on here. Look at Shitty. He's Gannis's, you know what? He's different kind of guy. That's okay. It's okay. In the end, the big guy, he's going to sort it all out, eh? That guy don't even exist, but if he does, someone's going to sort this shit all out. And I don't really care. I stand on my own feet. I tell you how it is, and I don't give a shit. I'm not afraid, eh? I'm not afraid. When it's my time to go, it'll be my time. It's fine by me. Do I send? I don't send per se. Uh, I did. I helped out a client. I'll leave it at that. They send to the races. I help out. That's my job. Okay. Again, I'm not a big fan of One Loft Racing. I love One Loft Racing. It's not where it has to be. It's not at that right level yet, and it might not get there for another 10 or 15 years because we're at the infancy. We're at the start of it. Yes, we've had One Loft races for the last 25 years. Is it getting better? Yes. Is it good? No. It's not. It's not. It's always great for the loft managers. Always great. Where were money involved, there's always crookery. Graham Moore's right. Gannis don't even know his birds. Sends 20 plus to a race and says one of them should be good. Well, guys, Mike has earned through his ways. He's got it for those big internationals. It's going to be good for him. It's always going to be good. It's always good. And if you watch it, you'll see. No, Ricky's playing with pigeons. Ricky's in Rebel Racing Pigeon Club. The season started 3 weeks ago, and we weren't able to get on. The club wouldn't answer us, whatever. It took us some time. And the first race of the season was last weekend. That was good. He had 7 on the drop. Again, we're about 660 miles. 60 miles. Off the line, no problem. And the second week, he had a real good race. I don't know how he did. Again, we're not able to get any results posted. The Canadian Racing Pigeon Union took our money, but won't put us into some wind speed fancier with lubrication. I don't know, some bullshit that makes no sense to me. But according to the Canadian Racing Pigeon, that's what you need. But again, we just wanted to support the Rebel Racing Pigeon Club. And that's good. That was fine. That was fun. It's good. He's having fun. You know what? He's having fun. That's the main thing. As I say, nice to see my father be able to race. I am still not allowed to be a member of the Canadian Racing Pigeon Union until I apologize for speaking my mind, which I will not apologize for. I'm not interested. I know I can be a bigger person and apologize, but no, I'm not apologizing for what my rights are. I'm not interested in that. So, Ricky, he can be a member. I'm not interested. And if I have to apologize, they can apologize. I'm not apologizing. Gans buys the winners, takes the credit. At least give the breeder some spotlight. He doesn't buy any more winners. He buys one loft winners, and in my opinion, they just win money. They're not real pigeons. I'm not building a loft around one loft winners. I'm just not going to do it. So, anyways, good show tonight. I've been on for 2 hours and 15 minutes. Like, share, and subscribe. Not the same without Ricky here. I'll tell you, he is the star of the show. It's always nice to be beside your dad. And he'll be back soon enough. Don't you all worry. Rebel Club's new, yeah. Hey, listen. All Ricky needed is an inch. Give him an inch. Just wants to race pigeons. Fortunately, he's got to drive 60 miles out of the way. But hey, better than nothing, right? What do they say? When you pray for rain, you got to deal with the mud. On that note, I'll see you guys next Monday. You guys are always great. Frank, Mike, Jim, Tony, also known as Shitty. Don't take it personally, guys. If I said something that has hurt you, it's okay. I'm an asshole. I'm just telling you what I think. Who am I in the grand scheme of things? You're you and I'm me, and As long as we like pigeons, we're on the same team. You're all assholes. You're all losers, just like me. Thanks for flying with me. I'm Ryan. Feathers Lead Pigeon Auctions, Pioneer Racing Pigeon Club. Like, share, and subscribe. Bye for now.